Hey everyone, what's up? What's up out there? How are you doing today? If you are catching
Woohoo!
this live, definitely let Clara and I know that you are watching this live and tuning in. If you're catching it on the replay, definitely hit hashtag replay. We would love to know what you think about what we are talking about today. But before we dive into all things Living Real TV, I am Carissa Atkins, and I am the CEO and founder of 365 Daily Hustle. It's a global health coaching company helping women in their 40s and 50s lose weight, look great, and feel freaking fantastic in their bodies. I'm also an award winning keynote speaker, the voice behind Boss Up Babes podcast, and of course, the co host and one of the founders of Living Real TV. And that's what we're all talking about. So I want to definitely introduce the other amazing, badass co host of Living Real. Clara, take it away. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Well, like you, Carissa, best-selling author, international speaker, award-winning educator. So again, it's always fun to share the presence of another badass woman out there like you. But my forte is I've been working with women in business for over 20 years, and my whole passion and goal lies in helping women work smarter so they can unlock more time, more money, and start living their life fully engaged.
Wow.
So it's, incredible to be able to share so many messages and just really let women, not just today's women, but our future generations of women know that it can work. You can achieve great things, by doing less, by doing it simpler, and just by going after your goals.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm
Yeah.
all about that. I know we both are. Listen, really quick, if you guys are tuning in and you're like, what is living real? What are these ladies even talking about? Well, I figured I'll just kind of share our brief show summary. So that if this is interesting to you, then please keep watching. But Living Real TV show, right? We're all about helping babes boss up and find clarity within the middle of life's busyness. So we are your hosts, and we are no strangers to all things business, life, health, and of course, success. The Living Real TV show is all about love, health, and really lifestyle advice for driven, successful, ambitious women who are ready to awaken their feminine power and really create their epic, healthy, and passionate life and thriving business. So, ladies, you really can have it all. We get to feature so many amazing guests, and on every single show. So speaking of, we're in season 3, Claire. I cannot
I
believe.
know. And I remember, being on the phone with you when we were talking about, again, why Living Real and coming up with the name. And one of the things I think I love most about our show is that it is real, hence the topic, and the title of it there. But, it's real conversations, because I just think for too long, so many women have been, told to put on these masks, or that success has to look a certain way. And you know what? We're just kind of like, no, let's get real. Let's have these real conversations. And so just being able to do that and going into season 3. And one of the things I'm so proud of is the amount of women that also want to come on and share. We grow stronger together. And this season, we have 12 episodes per season. And in this season, we have 11 guests that are joining us. I mean, how incredible is it that we have women, from coast to coast, as well as international, coming in from Canada to share messages, talk about a global, force that we have. I'm just absolutely just blown away and in awe.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of guests, I'm not gonna I don't want to miss any, but I do think it is important to kind of just share a little bit about our guests and what they're going to be sharing with us. So from Omaha, Nebraska, right? Locally, we have Thomas and Nicole Todd. They are self-defense and martial artists. They're going to be teaching us women. They're going to give us straight up strategies to help us protect ourselves, because we are busy career focused women. Sometimes we're leaving the office late at night. We're walking down, streets alone. We do need to protect ourselves. It's not that we're out there trying to hold our own, but we need to do that, right? We need to be able to protect ourselves.
Yeah. And I love that too, because again, not only could we be walking to the office and through parking garages, we travel a lot. And so I'm in different cities and, sometimes I have this false security and I could be looking at the buildings or looking at a new city. And again, it'll teach us to be more aware of our surroundings. And, again, this show is not just for today's women, it's for tomorrow's women. So sharing these tips with our daughters, our nieces, our best friends, and, so that everybody can be safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned airplanes. So this is like the type of women that you're going to be watching, right? Like women who are go-getting, fear-facing women. So we have an episode that Clara was on a airplane ride, I believe with Lindsay.
Yes.
And they got to obviously start talking and connecting, and then like normal, right? Like we just are like, hey, I do X, would love to see you. And that's how she met our guest, Lindsay. Lindsay is going to be talking to us all about like the whole concept of like enough is enough already, right? So how can we, like we can recognize, right, that enough is enough, because we've all experienced one of those moments, but it's how can we take action to get us out of that state of like, enough is enough already. What are your thoughts? What are you excited about that
yeah. And that was, when I was talking with her, when we finally started talking on the plane, I was like, oh my gosh, she's another me. And, and I think that's what it is. And listening to her story, it was so similar to mine and to so many other women where you kind of hit that breaking point. And this concept of, having it all, and yes, you can, but sometimes there's some trade-offs along the way. It's not about sacrificing, but sometimes it's recognizing the trade-offs you have to make. And so I think just helping us to recognize some of the signs so that we feel, and we can give ourselves permission to say, you know what, I don't need to do that right now. Right. And really just call us back to the things that are just, so important. So, those are some of the things that I really loved about her and bringing forth. Because, sometimes, you just kind of hit your limit and you just got to be like, okay, it's enough. That's enough. And knowing what is enough and defining for yourself what is enough. Because I know one of the things that I've struggled with in the past is, when is it enough? I want more, I want more, I want more. Is there a time where you can just be content?
Yeah. And I absolutely would say yes. And we need to. If not, you'll be always chasing the next big shiny thing, which is great. It literally motivates me all the time to chase that next goal, that big dream, that, the new book, the new stage, whatever. Like that does motivate me. But I also have to be cool with the journey that I'm on. Like you can't rush the how, right? You mentioned permission, which reminds me of an episode we have with the amazing Brittany Young. She is a wealth creator, like total badass woman, helping women in male dominated industries like own their stuff and make so much money. I know money is a huge topic for a lot of people. You either have a great money mindset or you have like a scarcity money mindset. And Brittany's going to talk to us all about how we need to give ourselves permission to make money. Literally. I just got a download and I have to read it because I wrote it on the board. It says a big vision requires big resources. So ladies, we cannot be afraid to go out and make money, ask for money, create multiple streams of income for ourselves. What were you going to say, Claire?
Yeah, I just think, also, we have to understand there's a difference between income and wealth. And so many times we are so focused on making money, but what we really mean is we want to create long-term wealth for ourselves, because the idea is, again, leaving that legacy. It's putting all of this income that we're going to make to work. So again, we can enjoy life and travel and again, create this abundance in us. And you're right. It all comes down to, mindset. And I know in my family, there's 4 kids in my family, and we have 2 very different mindsets that are shifted between us. And, it's interesting to see how that translates into how we show up on a regular basis. And we need to start understanding that, we all have these programs around money. And when you can start really embracing it, starting to understand it. And there really is a relationship factor that we need to have with money. And so I love that we're doing that because, on our path to empower more women, it's very easy to say, go out there, make it work, make more money. But what are we going to do with that? How are we going to make it work for us and stuff? So I think it's really impactful that we're having her come on.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. she's doing amazing things. She's literally like this woman in leadership with when it comes down to money. So I'm excited for that conversation, of course. But we are going to bring her and a few other women. We love our panels.
Yes, I love our panels. And I know this time we're really trying to, again, bring strategy to the center stage. So we're going to be having panels that are talking about, not just building and, setting your business up, but also the sustainability factor. How do you scale it so it can start being more turnkey? What are some of the systems that you need, after you start it up? So, that's one of the things we want to do is, again, give all of our viewers real tools to, build the life that they want.
Yeah. So we're actually going to do, because there's so much in there, right? Clara mentioned, like, how do we start a business? How do we grow? How do we scale? How do we market? And then right after we've built these giant empires, what the hell are we going to do with it? Like, how can we leave this legacy for, for the next generation, the impact that we want to leave behind in our businesses? So there was so much info in there. We couldn't possibly pack it into 1 hour episode. So we're actually going to split that, you guys, into 2 parts, right? We're going to bring, the strategies and the scalability and the legacy in kind of one half of the show. And then the other half, we're going to talk how to start, stop, and grow a business from scratch. So many of us came out of COVID. I had my business before COVID, but I know a lot of people have had to figure out a new way to provide for their families. And so you have a lot of working moms out there that are still on corporate side or still working for someone else that still have a side hustle that now want to see that side hustle just grow and boom, you guys. So this is going to be a 2-part episode. You're not going to want to miss that. And I know we can't talk about all of them, you guys. We are so excited for them all. I'm just going to list our other guest names, just again to give them a shout out if you're cool with that, Clara.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So we've got Ashley Nicole Fowler. She is a realtor and team leader. So she'll be talking to us all about how women got that mad hustle, but she's narrowed it down and really figured out this thing called flow and how to manage all of that. We're bringing in Denise Drinkwalter. I probably should not have paused there, but Denise Drinkwalter, really talking about uncovering the power within, right? And she's an empowerment life coach. And she really works a lot with moms in the midlife crisis area, right? So like as your kids that you've been raising forever start to leave the house, what in the heck are you going to do with your life? And finding, that something else that's next for you so that you don't get stuck in this like nasty rut and like, what the heck do I do next? We've got Renee. Renee is, I can't remember where Renee is from, but
she's from San Diego. She's one of my, yes.
Love it. So she's going to talk about how to, figure out your worth, own your worth, right? It's really important. We know that it's easy to say we're worthy of great things, but to really start to believe it and then own it and walk as that woman who believes that she is worthy and capable of anything. So I'm really excited to kind of pick Renee's brain this week. We have Lori Marnini. She's, talking all about how we need to step through, the fear and step into courageous actions, really taking on your life. You guys, she has a remarkable story of how, she went from PA to patient to life warrior and her cancer journey and story. So that's going to be a great one. We secured another local, Becky. She is a sports, mindset, mental health coach. She really works with athletes. So if you've got kids, I know Clara and I, we both have kids. We talk about them. Clara's got Nicholas, I've got Sarah and Jaden, and we talk a lot about, raising that next generation. But so many kids are in so many sports these days, and the stress and the demands of these.
Oh my gosh, the level of pressure that is on, our future generation. And, when I was reading her bio, it's all about, again, pushing past those, limits and everything and just getting the clarity that we need. So I'm really excited to bring her on.
Yeah. I feel like she was a gold mine when she just kind of jumped into our plate. And then just to kind of finish things off, we have Stephanie Yost joining us, on one of those amazing panels, and we're bringing in Justine Webb. And Justine is a intuitive spiritual holistic coach, which we'll find out what all of that entails. But she really teaches women who are coaches how to reclaim their purpose, presence, and in their power. So I don't know about, Claire and I are both coaches, mentors, in our specific fields. But it's hard to grow a business if you don't have like a signature program, if you don't know what your purpose is as a coach. So she's really going to talk a lot about that, because coaching is really like one of those hottest industry trends right now, where I'm seeing every day I'm popping up a new type of coach. But anyways, you guys, we are just so excited. I cannot believe we're in season 3.
I know. And we're already getting, again, season 4, we're going to be filming season 4 in August, and we're already having people request to be guests on the show. So just know that if you're out there, if you want to reach out to, women on a global level, share your story, share your strategies, know that this is an amazing platform to do that. So we are taking applications if you wanted to join us and be a guest on season 4, possibly even into season 5.
Yeah, for sure. She mentioned guests. We, of course, are always looking for sponsors. So if you're listening and your company is like, yes, women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond are my ideal customer, and I would love to get my banner or my ads or anything like that all over this TV show, feel free to drop it in. You guys, this isn't just like a Zoom TV show like that's streaming like this. Like, we actually film in studio, and it's so much fun. I really think that that's what sets one of our shows apart from so many other streaming TV shows right now, because it's a really hot thing, right? To be streaming a TV show. It's kind of like podcasting on steroids a little bit. But I remember me and you had that vision. We're like, no, in studio is what it wants, even though our TV producers were like, girls, you could do it on Zoom. And we're like, no, we don't know how to do anything half-assed. We're doing it big, and we're going home that way. So you guys, if you are interested in being a guest, if you're interested in growing your business, brand, and story, and just kind of gaining that confidence within yourself, feel free to apply for guest or sponsorship opportunities. And maybe you don't want to be a guest, right? Because that's not for everyone, but you have a burning topic that you really need some support, love, and guidance on, some mentorship. You would love some strategies around, whatever topic that's really challenging in your life right now. Please drop that in the chat below. This is how we get our future guests. We take everything that you want to hear and learn about, and then we go out and find guests that are perfect for your needs. So you guys, drop your topics below, and we do hope to see you over on the Living Real TV. We hope that you're watching it and enjoying it. Any last words, Clara?
Just again, so much gratitude for all of you, and can't wait to be able to share all these amazing guests in season 3. So look forward to having you watch the show. And again, please, comment, so, we can take your comments and make the show even better than it is. We want to really be there for you. Please share the show with others so that we can grow our reach. And just know that this is all for you. Again, real conversations about real life with real women.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, y'all.